Yo, good day, guys. The CEO and founder of Market 3 is on speaker, and welcome to our YouTube channel, guys. Make sure you click on that like button and click on that subscription button and also the notification button so that you can get notified once I upload, guys. So without wasting any time, guys, let's jump into our today's video. And this is our video for today, guys. Like always, how I always advise people to do what? Start analyzing your charts from where? From a bigger time frame. Now we are on our weekly time frame, guys. You get my point? So we will start with analysis, guys. So basically, I've been seeing the market ranging with a what? I've been seeing the market moving with a series of what? Of higher highs and higher lows, which simply tells me that I'm in a what? I'm in a buying movement, guys. You get my point? I'm in a buying trend. So as I'm in a buying trend, this will be my what? That will be my support trend line, and this one right here will be my resistant trend line, guys. And as you could see, what are we expecting on a weekly time frame? I'm expecting the market to do what? To push to the downside, guys, because I know that the market always moves with a phase of a what? An impulse movement and a correction. So from there, I'm expecting to see sellers jumping into the chart and pushing the markets to the downside. And then always remember, guys, this is a what? Sorry about that. This is a retracement movement. So we'll be expecting something like what? A push, then some corrections, then a push again, some corrections, then a push until we reach to our support. That is where we'll be jumping in with the what? With more buying opportunities, guys. So that is our overall movement on a weekly time frame. Now as we switch on to a daily time frame, guys, like you have to adjust, guys. Adjusting to using a pyramid analysis. A pyramid analysis helps a lot, guys. You get my point? So everything that I always preach, sometimes use what? Sometimes use the previous movement the market did in order for you to predict the what? The future price, guys. As you could see, this was our what? This was our resistance. At first, the market was failing to break until the market did what? Broke this level and went above. So what are we expecting now? We are expecting the market to do what? To push. And at least when it reaches this level, guys, it might be doing what? It might be pushing to the upside. You get my point? Hence, on the weekly, I said that we'll be experiencing some type of a what? Impulse movement and correction. You get my point? Because if it comes here, it will be a what? It will be a retracement, guys. You get my point? It will be a breakout and retracement. You get my point? There's nothing much on a daily time frame. This is what I want to focus on, because I don't want to analyze the previous markets like from this level right here, because once the market breaks it there, that is when I will be starting to look for what? I will be starting to look for the levels underneath. You get my point? But since it's still above, I'm still focusing on this level, guys. So once it starts to break this one, that is when I'll move to doing what? To checking out this one. You get my point? Then I'll go to our H4 time frame. This is what has been happening on our H4 time frame. If you may take a look, guys, these are the lows the market has been printing. These are the lows the market has been printing. And as you could see, these lows are what? It's a series of higher lows, guys. This even it does what? It explains to us that the market was in a what? Was in a buying trend, guys. You get my point? The market was in a bullish trend because sorry about that. It was in a bullish trend because it was experiencing a series of what? Of higher lows and higher highs. You get my point? Yeah, so that's how we see it on our H4 time frame. And then we'll try to look out for what? The turning points. The market, the levels which the market was failing to break at some point, it was doing some type of retracement around them. If you can take a look at this point, when it did what? It rejected to the downside, then it broke, made a retracement, then shoot to the upside. Even then, when it came back here, guys, you get my point? It also respected it. Even though it made a minor breakout, it also came back in and tried to do what? And push to the upside, guys. You get my point? So these are the levels which you need to take a look at. These are the levels you need to focus on. You get my point? Because these levels are what? are important, and this one will be our highest level. You get my point, guys. That will be our highest level. Remember, the point is to create trades every day, guys. Once you start to create trades every day, that is when everything will become easier. You get my point. Okay, from here I can see I had a high there. As I connect my highs, try to also use a line chart, guys. Whenever you feel like the market it becomes more difficult in identifying the trends, try to use a line chart. A line chart makes things easier. You get my point. A line chart makes things easier. Get my point. And that where we will have a what? Here we'll have a trend line support, which you can see that every time the market was on this level, it was doing what is it was bouncing off. You get my point. Like here we got a what? We had a buy going to the upside. Even when it reaches there, it went to the upside. Even when it reached there, it rejected to the upside, guys. You get my point. Okay, what is currently happening now? What is currently happening now is that the market made a what? The market made a breakout right around this level, a breakout. Now it made a retracement. You get my point. After breaking out, we wait for a retracement. So from here, I would say the market is planning to do what? To move to the downside, guys. Since after a breakout, we expect a what? A retracement. After a retracement, we are planning to do what? To move to the downside, guys. You get my point. So that's how the market is standing right now. You get my point. Even if it respects this level, it will be giving us what? It will be giving us a reversal pattern, which will be a double top. You get my point. It will be a double top, and when we have a reversal pattern, that means the market is willing to do what? To change the trend, guys. You get my point. The market is willing to change the trend every time it gives you a reversal pattern. If you don't know the reversal patterns, we have a double top, a double bottom, an inverse head and shoulder, and a head and shoulder, guys. Those are the major reversal patterns formed by the market most of the time. So you have to do what? You have to consider them. You get my point. So last week we did what? Last week we managed to kill this buy. Last week we managed to kill this buy when the market moved to the upside. So we can see that even now it is within what? It is planning to obey this resistance. You see this resistance level, guys. The market is willing to obey. You get my point. So which means from here, what are we expecting? We are expecting the market to do what? To push to the upside. And that will be our first take profit, guys. Because we know from here, what do we want? We want the market to move to the downside. You get my point. But between there will be what? Between there will be levels which will be stopping our market, guys. You get my point. And those levels are what? Are your take profits. Like from here, you can take selling opportunities until this level, guys. Once it breaks this level, then you will know that it will break out a retracement, then we'll be shooting again to the downside, guys. So that's an overall view for NAS100, guys, on this upcoming week. Very straightforward. You get my point. And other thing that you have to know is that when the market makes changes, try and adapt to the changes. Don't fight the market, guys. You can see that the market is no longer moving with this bullish trend, but you are still gonna force what? You are still gonna force buying opportunities, guys. You can see it made a breakout and a retest, and now you are willing to do what? To go to the downside, guys. Even here, you get my point. This level, it is what? This level is strong because firstly it did what? Firstly, it was rejected. Then the market came back at it again and started to reject. So that shows us that what? We are willing to go to the downside, guys. You get my point. So let's save. And today I also wanna be focusing on US30. I wanna be focusing on US30, guys. Nothing complicated when it comes to US30. That's that you have to know that US30 moves on in the same direction as NAS100, but at some points they don't form similar patterns. You get my point. So this was our highest level, which was rejected how many times? 2 times, to show that the level is what? The level is strong, guys. The level is concrete. You get my point. So from here to the upside, then it went to the downside. So now we are willing to get to where? We are willing to get to the downside, guys, because that's how we trade, zone to zone. If the market rejects the support level, it will shoot to the resistance. If it respects the resistance level, it will shoot to where? It will shoot to the support. So this is an overall on our weekly time frame that we are willing to see what? More sellers pushing the market to the downside. We are still willing to see sellers playing along. You get my point. We are still willing to see sellers pushing the market to the downside, guys. You get my point. So every time if I don't see the correct structure, I try by all means to also use what? To also use the previous patterns. You get my point. The previous levels, guys. So here, this was my support, and this is my resistance. And if you may take a look, the market did reject with a wick, showing us that the sellers are strong to push the markets to the downside. And when it reaches there, you might take your profit, and after breaking out, we have a retracement, and then we'll push the market to the downside until it reaches our support, and that is when we'll be expecting bulls to step in and push the markets to the upside, guys. So right around now, the US30 is moving with a what? It's moving with a ranging market, guys. You get my point. It's moving with a ranging market. Both sellers and buyers are what? Both sellers and buyers are strong, guys. You get my point. Like unlike when we are in a bullish trend or in a bearish trend. You get my point. So that's how I see US30 on a daily time frame. So as we jump in to H4 time frame, guys, you get my point. On H4 time frame, it started to show that the market did what? The market started to reject that level. You get my point. So if it just started to reject, now we are willing to do what? To push the market to the downside. You get my point. But our aim is to reach what? Is to reach this level. But then we have to take a look at what will happen once the market reaches this support zone, because it might also cause the market to do what? To reject again to the upside, guys. You get my point. Because we don't control the market, we just determine it. We just predict that at this certain level what might happen and what might not happen. You get my point, guys. So that's it, straightforward. So also another thing you have to take a look at is the what? Are the levels the market was creating the time it was going where? The time it was going up, guys. You get my point. Levels like this one. You get my point. These are the levels which you need to take into consideration. We can see from here the market did what? Push to the upside, broke that level, then came back and retested, then started to push again to the upside. So that means that even from here we need to wait for the market to break this level, then retrace it. After it retrace, the sellers will get strength from that level for it to do what? To push to the downside, guys. You get my point. But we need also to consider this level. You get my point. So this is what happens, guys. Whenever you are trading, try by all means to have targets, guys, because we know that targets are the ones which do what? Which grow accounts. You get my point. The target are the ones which grows our account, guys. You get my point. So because of what? We are not certain that the market will shoot straight to the downside. You get my point. It might do what? It might move to the downside, break that level, or base this one, then go back there again to get strength for it to try to push to the downside, then retrace and try to go there again. You get my point. So this is how the market moves. So whenever you have executed a trade right around this level, if it reaches here, you can do what, either you lock or you take your profits, guys, and then when it breaks and retrace, you still in a what, you are still in a good profit, you get my point, until it reaches this level. And you can also either choose again to do what, to close those trades or lock them, you get my point, so that even if the market makes a retracement to the upside, your what, your entries are still safe, you get my point. So that's how you have to trade. You need to have a what, you need to have target, guys. So nothing complicated on US30, is something that is straightforward, no confusing, you get my point. Sellers are in the active market, sellers are in an active market. And the other thing that also boosts my confidence about the selling opportunities is the what, is this type of continuation pattern which the market did what, which the market created, you get my point, because the market came with sales and did a what, and did a retracement right around this level, made a break, thinking that it will go to the upside, you get my point, meaningly it will also reject that level, made a breakout and a retracement. So now it's a what, a good opportunity to go for what, to go for selling opportunities, guys, you get my point. So if you want to trade US30 now, I can advise you that selling opportunities are there to trade, you get my point, because even the last level which the market rejected, it is now what, it is now violated, guys, you get my point, it is now violated. So you can take selling opportunities right around this level, wait for a break, a retracement, then we'll start again to do what, to push the market to the downside, guys. So this is our overall what, our overall on NAS, or on US30, I'm sorry, I'm used to NAS100, on US30, guys. So that's it. For the retaining subscribers, guys, thank you. And for the new subscribers, keep on liking, sharing the content, guys, and also remember to do what, to click that notification bell so that you can get notified once I upload. From me, the CEO and founder of Market Tracers, guys, signing out.